Welcome back to part 2 of Making Tracks on Skijor Central. We thought we'd talk a little bit about the difference that tracks can make when horses are making tracks and skiers are making tracks on that course. So on a straight track, the horse can generally run faster. But that doesn't mean that the horse is running in a straight line necessarily. Perhaps if it's just dirt on the side of a ski track, which has happened quite a bit this year, that horse is running pretty much straight. But on a snowy course, there can be a difference in terms of that horse having to be maneuvered slightly to one side or the other of that snowy course so that the skier or the snowboarder can achieve a clean run. When I mean a clean run, I'm referring to the fact that they have to navigate gates, they have to achieve jumps, and they have to collect rings. That horseman has to move that horse even slightly sometimes to one side of the track or the other in order for that skier to be able to have enough rope to get to all of those features. Sometimes they have to avoid a slightly soft or muddy patch, and other times they have to cause that horse to slow down a little bit so that that skier or snowboarder can achieve a clean run. So it really is a team of 3 heartbeats, as you often hear, and there's a lot of teamwork involved. Now, on a track that's curved, there's another factor. The rope is generally longer, so that that skier, because it's moving further away from that horse at times, has more length in the rope to let them achieve the jumps. There aren't rings generally on curved tracks. The other thing I thought I'd talk about, which many people might not think about, is the fact that that skier is often taking clods of snow, ice, and sometimes even a horseshoe to the body as they're skiing behind it. A lot of the skiers are wearing, obviously, helmets, which are required, but also goggles or a protective shield that's part of their helmet, and there's a good reason for this. I know this past weekend in Leadville, one skier got not one, but 2 horseshoes that were thrown and hit him in the chest. I've heard that sometimes things can hit a skier even lower, which is very painful, but it does happen. So those are just some of the nuances of skijoring and making tracks. Also, tracks are very important because if a skier believes that they've made a gate and a penalty is called, they're allowed to protest it. What happens at that point is that the officials go out on the track and they actually look for the track of that skier around that gate. And they can generally determine whether or not that penalty stands or not. Of course, now we have instant replay, which helps a great deal. But seeing that skier track can also determine a winner or a 2-second penalty, which takes them out of the lead. Those are some fun facts. I'd love to bring some more experts in to talk about this further, and I will do so in the future. But thank you for your interest and for tuning in to Skijor Central. See you next time.